Good evening from Roberts Centre here in Wilmington. It's day one of the US Pro Billiard Series FargoRate Ohio Open. Our final match of day one is between defending champion Mario He from Austria and Dimitris Loukatos from Greece. The game is 10 ball. I'm Mark White. With me in the booth for this one is Juan Antonio Robles. I'm practicing for Puerto Rico.
There you go. Very few people know my real full name. That's correct.
I had to drag it out of him.
No, I was just kidding. I'm okay.
So here we go, guys. Defending champion against the German Pro Billiard Series Open champion. Should be a
that was
good one.
Dimitris' first major. And I'm pretty sure he has a lot more to come.
So how's the table looking after that booming break there from the panda? Pandas aren't supposed to be aggressive. They're all cuddly, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I have to see how he gets on the 3 to see if he can hit it, with enough speed to kill the speed of the cue ball, full enough to kill the speed of the cue ball. So he definitely wants to go at least past the halfway point of the table.
Oh, what a stroke
right?
this guy's got. He's gorgeous stroke.
Yeah, he went past the halfway point, like I said, which increases the chances of you hitting the ball fuller, which in turn slows down the speed of the cue ball, just like Mark does. Mark hits these shots like a dream. You got to watch Mark play. Mark plays.
Mark who?
You.
Actually, I've been playing a little bit more lately, and I've started to hit the ball well again,
Look how good he hit that shot. He obviously felt comfortable shooting that shot because he hit that really good.
I'm sure watching great players helps your own game.
It does.
Trying to emulate them almost becomes a feeling, Tony, after a while,
Yeah, it does. Wonder if the 5 goes past the 6. It's hard to tell from here. I guess it must, if he played it that way, unless he plans on banking the 5 or even shooting the combination.
Mario 806 Fargo. Dimitris Loukatos 745.
So look at this shot. He's going to call it 3 rails in the corner just in case it goes in and lead the cue ball right behind the 6. I mean the 9 ball. How good he hit that one, Mark?
I think you could say, well, I need you to say this because it's your line. He's in jail.
He's in jail with no bail, but he didn't throw away the key. He has an escape route. I mean, he hit that shot like Dimitris stole something from him.
That's what we're looking for. We're looking for the great one-liners that this guy comes up with. It's been a very good day here on day one. Let's just tell you what we're playing, guys. It is 10 ball. It's 2 races to 4. We're playing all ball fouls. There is a shot clock. 30 seconds. Each player gets 1 extension per rack. And if it goes to 1 set each, we've had 3 shootouts on here today. Can we make it 4 out of 6?
I wouldn't mind matching a shootout. The kicking ability of the players nowadays compared to back in the 80s and 90s, like night and day. They kick way better now than they did back then.
Why is that?
Because they work harder on their games now than they do. Because they are literally getting to the point where they don't want to have any weaknesses whatsoever. Because it's a massive advantage when you're playing at this level.
We've already had 1 Austrian here today, Albin Ocean. Scraped through, don't know how.
Was it a shootout?
Yeah.
I didn't see that match.
I mean, he just had no real right to win that match, but he did. It just shows, stay with it, anything can happen. Oh, he's hit this one a little
short?
bit short. He's okay, is he? Well,
he might have left a bank, a possible bank.
Cross corner. 5 ball. know where I was recently? Same place as you, New Jersey.
Oh, New Jersey. Yeah, I drove by there. Yeah, you were at Harrah's
I was.
for the U.S. Open.
Mind that cue ball. It's
I
all
think he's
right.
trying to stop in front of the 8.
Oh, is there an edge? Is there an edge? If there is, I think he'll be shooting at this.
I mean, he might want. I mean, it's hard to put it behind the 6 where it's at right now. But it's like you say, he might shoot at it because he can bring the cue ball downtown.
Yeah, looking at this angle, Tony, it looks much better from the shooter's point of view, doesn't it?
Sure does. Yeah, you got to go for this.
And he's got it. Where's the cue ball? Mind the cue ball. He's all right.
Yeah. That was a tricky shot because he could have easily gone off the 10. And if you go off the 10, you know, if he would have cut it more, he hit on the thick side.
Yeah, he did.
He's going to have to do a little work here to get on the 8. But I love the fact that he secured the ball.
It's been quite the day here at the first day of this year's Ohio Open. Wants it to slow up, doesn't want to be on that rail.
So it's not so much that. He doesn't want to end up with an angle where if he hits it with follow, he's going to go directly into the 10. Because he's either going to try to go up and down. Yep, just enough. Yep.
Good start from Mario He. Twice winner of the World Cup of Pool with Albin Ocean. Nicely done, Mr. Reliable. So tell us a little bit about your match today, Tony. You had a good win, I hear.
I had a very tough match with Abdullah Al-Youssef, who was one of my favorite players, actually. I won the first set 4-2. He won the second set 4-3, and then we went into a shootout. He made his first. I made my first. He made his second. I missed my second. He made his third. I made my third, and then he missed the second. He missed 2, and I missed 1. He missed 2, and I missed 1. So I won 3-2.
And who and when do you play next?
I play at 12 p.m. tomorrow. I can't remember who I play. I'm exhausted, but I'm in this.
I want to hear it before this match is over. Meanwhile, Mario He breaking off. The Panda shooting well.
Just crushes him.
Well, he's made the 10, and
Look
funny
at that.
story here. He is one of the reasons that they changed the golden break rule.
Yeah, because of the match that he had, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Absolutely, it was a final against Roberto Gomez, the guy you're playing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Superman. Well, let's hope you've got plenty of kryptonite on you. And by kryptonite, I mean get a good night's sleep.
That's right. I came a little short on that one. Unless he wanted to leave it there so that he can go in between them.
It looks okay for that. Maybe a little bit thin, you're right, but he'd love to catch either the 7 or the 5, wouldn't he? Or even the 3. Just any of them.
I mean, if he goes off the 7 or the 5, there's a good chance he'll run into the 3 afterwards. So I don't think he wants to hit this too hard. Boom.
Oh, it's gone wrong. The worst possible outcome. It's a little bit unlucky. I expected him to play with just a little bit more pace than that. I know you didn't want him to hit it too hard, Tony, but it was a little bit too soft.
Yeah.
So now he's got a problem.
Well, you have to call the 5, but I think he's trying to leave him behind the 6 and 8 possibly, but you have to hit that way too good.
Wow, look at this. It's a big mess over there, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, he can shoot the 3 off the 6 and send it to the opposite side of the table and draw the cue ball behind the 7, between the 7 and the 5, preferably behind the 7.
Can he, or just roll past the...
If he can roll
6?
the 3 past the 6, that's definitely the shot. I just don't know if he has that angle.
That's what he's just checking there.
Yeah.
Calling for his extension, wants to make sure.
Oh, he's going to go the other way. He's going to try to put him behind that group of balls down there.
There's Alex Kazakis in that salmon pink jacket. They're all on a road trip at the moment, those guys. There he is, look. He's just been watching Dennis Grabet, who was involved in a shootout, and I'm not sure how it went. I'll have to have a look on my list when I get a chance.
I'd imagine he's going to call the 5 here. Unless he likes the 7 more, but the 5 is a higher percentage shot, I think.
Oh, yep. A nice shot. Saw him practicing his jumping at a tournament. He was actually borrowing Jason Shaw's jump cue and never missed a ball with it.
I believe it. He jumps very well. Very accurate with that cue.
Saw lots of English on that. Just let up on that a little bit, Tony. It wasn't a smooth stroke, was it? Didn't get that nice follow. A little bit short. Is he playing the safe?
Sometimes a little bit of nerves. Yeah, that's what it looks like he's going to do.
Yes. Do whatever's easiest. What great player said that?
He just wanted to make sure he didn't make it because he left the keyboard behind the 9. Had he made that, he wouldn't have been able to pocket the 6.
You owe me an answer.
An answer for what?
What great player said, do what's easiest.
Yeah, that's true. That's what Buddy Hall says.
Finally today I got it. I was determined to get it out of you before the day was out. So we haven't seen much of him. Here he is, Dimitris Loukatos. Won this event in Germany.
Got to hit this with a little speed just in case he makes it. He has a chance for position.
Oh, yeah. I thought he'd made it.
He hit it at the right speed, just didn't make it, unfortunately.
Very close, and that's Alex Kazakis' friend now. Who's he?
Alex just won his match in a shootout against Daniel Maciel.
Yeah.
He made all 4 spot shots, and Daniel, I think, made 3.
We were saying during the last match that the quality of the shootouts has got so much better now.
Oh yeah.
Because more people are practicing, and it's a bit like, you know, we were saying earlier on about kicking, how it's improved because people are practicing more.
That's right.
Working
harder. Look at that.
Oh dear.
That was a shocker.
I want to see that again. What happened there? Was it his fault?
He overcut the ball. See? He overcut the ball.
He's not a happy panda at the moment.
Yeah, he looks upset, like he's upset at himself. I mean, kind of got away with it, but let's see what happens here. Nice shot there.
It's been an interesting first day. Such high quality matches, and some great players have gone to the one-loss side today.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you have a lot of great quality matches in the first round.
It is double elimination though, so they've got another chance.
So you call the 6 in the upper right-hand corner. Let's see if it goes behind the 8. Nope.
Yeah, Kopinyi also just lost in a shootout to
Wow.
Jan van Lierop from the Netherlands. It's all happening here in Roberts' centre.
Let's see if he's going to slice this in and go back and forth for the 7. Up, he tried to. Not an easy shot. That's a tricky shot. Any little movement can cause you to overcut that ball. Over here, you got to call the bank. Did he call the bank? Unless he's just trying to play safe behind the 8, 9, 10. But I mean, I don't understand. I mean, I wouldn't understand why he wouldn't call it back. He says, I think, seems a little off today, right?
I think he might be in behind the 7 ball here, will he?
Yeah.
Dennis Grabet looked down and out. Lost the first set and was 3-0 down in the second. Came back to force a shootout and then won the shootout.
Wow. Nice little touch here. I kind of like calling this in the side, hitting the coming off the top rail, so I can send the cue ball towards the 8, 9, 10.
He's jumping it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, this is a tight jump. There's that really thin jump cue, though. Oh,
Wow, look at that shot.
Well, we spoke about how well he jumps. What a shot that is.
Man, I didn't think he could jump from that close. But like you said, what he's those jump shots are like hangers for him.
If you want to hook him and you want to stop people jumping, you've got to get that cue ball tight so they can't.
That's right.
Don't blame the jumper, blame the hooker.
So he's either going to play one pocket and play all 3 balls in the same pocket, or he's going to have a 2-for-1 sale. 2 in this pocket and 1 in the other pocket.
Mix it up a little, Tony. Well, he might even nudge this now.
No, I think he's going to play one pocket.
Do you reckon he'll nudge this into the 10? What do you reckon he'll do here?
He just draws it a bit. Draws it, comes off the side rail and plays it in the same pocket.
Oh, beautifully played. That spin, dragging it and slowing it down off the rail. It's going to be 2-0 to Mario He. So let's just go around and just discuss what's happened today. Justin Martin from the US beat Chang Jung Lin.
Justin played an absolute phenomenal match. He played by far the best I've ever seen him play, and he broke like, I don't think anyone in the tournament today has broken better than that young man.
Well, he's down on the last table, the furthest away from us, and we could hear his break. We actually mentioned how hard he was hitting the ball.
And controlling the cue ball. I mean, literally stopping it right in the center. I mean, it was really, really nice to watch.
I've been seeing a lot of videos that he's been posting on Facebook recently. He's just opened a little cue repair shop, and he's put a lot more work into his game, and it's showing. Doing very well, playing some good stuff. Justin Martin, maybe a Moscone man for the future. This is a Moscone man for the future, definitely. Mario He breaking off to go on the hill. Stop the cue ball, Tony, dead in the centre till it got kicked.
Ooh. Last minute entry got him. Literally last minute, last second entry.
He almost made
See,
the
look,
one,
right
got
there.
kicked away, didn't it?
So look at the
Look at
last
that
minute
7
entry.
ball.
Look at the line. Look. Bing.
Oh. Yeah, watch out.
If anything, he might consider freezing the cue ball to the rail, because if you let Dimitris see the bottom of the ball, he might shoot a stop shot. Yeah, that's what you want to do. You want to freeze the cue ball. Oh, you let him see the bottom a bit.
Just ran off, didn't
I mean,
it?
still, he would have to get the 1/6, which is very tough to do from that position. But he can now add spin if he needs to. You know, I used to practice this one pocket shot years ago, Mark, where I would bank the 1 in the lower left-hand corner pocket by where the 2 is, and send the cue ball 2 rails behind the 4 and the 8. It's a 1 pocket shot. It's a great shot. You hit the 1 by like the middle diamond or right before it, and send it towards the 2. But obviously over here, that corner pocket is a big pocket with the 2 being there. You don't want to try to play it safe and then accidentally make the 1.
He's called it there, so he's going to be getting the cue ball behind the 9 and 10 and 5. Big blockers there, Tony. But he hasn't found any of them. Now this is, well, this is definitely on. Nothing to do with the cue ball. 2 ball waiting over the corner.
Well, considering the control that Mario has, he controls the cue ball very well. I think I would have liked it better if he had taken the shot that I mentioned, where banked the ball towards
Perhaps
the
he
2
didn't
ball.
think of it.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to have a word in his ear, but not till after the tournament, just in case it comes up in the match that you play against
The man
him.
beats me every time I play him. I don't need to give him any more. Help him out. Any more shots to his arsenal.
I'm going to tell him just to watch his match back and hear what Tony Robles says.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. You know me. I love teaching people. So over here, you're going to go 1 rail, play the 3 in the side, then play the 4 in the opposite side. Try to send the cue ball down to play the 5 in the same side pocket as the 3 or in the corner. I mean, he might even go 3 rails depending how he gets on the 4 and play the 5 ball in the corner pocket. Yeah, kind of leave the cue ball where it's at now. Let's see what it wants to play the 5 in the side. What do you like doing here, Mark? Do you like playing the 5 in the side, or go 3 rails and leave the cue ball right before?
Just drop it in. Just drop it in the side, the 4 ball, leave myself on the 5 in the side, and then stop the cue ball, or just run the cue ball through, movement. Leave an angle on the 6. Well, he's got options here, isn't he? He can draw it back and just run it off and leave it over on the side rail. Bit of a cut back onto the 6. Float the cue ball over for the 8. Just like that. That'll do. Do you want me to finish the rack for you?
You might as well. You're spot on.
I'll finish the rack. So he wants to come. I want to come just round about near the 9, but stay away from it a little bit into the centre of the table, but not too much.
Yeah, I like coming off the 2nd rail.
Yeah. Back out into the centre. A little bit off the rail. Just draw back now for the 9 into the bottom right. And I'll tell you what, I'll even go 2 for the price of 1. I'll take the 10 in the same pocket. Depends where he finishes on the 10, of course.
Well, he just needs just a hair of an angle on the 9 to slide the cube over for the 10 in the side, since the 10 is above the 9. It makes more sense. I'm not sure what he did there. I think he just
played it too hard, hasn't he?
Yeah. He might have to play safe here now. I don't think the combo's on.
Well, the combo's not really on. It's too dangerous. The 9 ball is thin into the bottom right-hand corner. And he's got to play the safe. He should have gone my way, Tony.
Well, he shouldn't leave him a jump shot, that's for sure. Right, that's...
He should have done a Frank Sinatra shot, as I like to call them. He should have done it my way.
Yeah.
The end is not near. Not yet. We've just been given our 3 first matches for tomorrow. And it's quality all the way, guys. You've got so much to look forward to. 10 a.m., 12 noon, 2 p.m. tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you who they are right after this rack. Mario in a little bit of trouble. I like kicking 2 rails here, Tony, and trying to make it into the bottom right-hand corner.
Yeah, I like that as well.
What do you
hit it with enough speed so if you miss it, the 9 can go back uptown. Back uptown, yeah.
Caught it on the wrong side of the 9.
Yeah, he wanted to hit it fuller for sure.
He's coming the back of it. He wanted to come.
Yeah, he definitely didn't want to hit it there. He wanted to hit it on the side so that way he'll send it back up table.
So
well, at least Dimitris gets another shot, you know, considering that he overhit the 8, right?
A little bit tentative on that. He's all right. So Dimitris Loukatos takes his first rack of the day. He trails 2-1. We'll be back in a couple of minutes, guys. And we are back in the Roberts Center Arena here in Wilmington, Ohio. It's freezing outside, but the action is hot inside. We've seen some great stuff to warm the hearts of any pool fans today. It's been an amazing first day, and I tell you what, I've had a glimpse at the schedule for tomorrow, and it gets hotter. Here we go. Loukatos breaking off, 2-1 down, first set.
He's breaking from the corner to see if he can make the one on the side, but he came long on it.
I can't help giggling. The 2 guys in the arena, in the actual arena, and the 2 guys sitting outside the arena, well, they're close now, but not as close as they have been in the car. There's 3 of them together. Look, if only Mario could join us, we'd have the 4 people there that have travelled here on a road trip from New Jersey, from the
From Harris?
Yeah, from Harris, from the US Open. And I don't know if you've seen the film Wayne's World. You seen the movie Wayne's World from years ago?
Many years
The
ago.
4 guys in the car all going along, and Queen comes on, Bohemian Rhapsody, and they're all doing their head shaking. That's exactly what they look like in the car. Kicking this.
And I think he has to go for. I mean, he could stick him if he wants to, I guess. But if he kicks it and makes it, he has position. Oh, he hit that great.
Did you see the amount of English, though, that transferred onto that one ball then?
Yeah.
It just stopped off of that rail, didn't it? Did you see that?
Yeah, well, that's where he hit it low.
Keep your eye on the one ball, Tony.
Yeah, he hit it great. He hit it great.
Hit it perfect.
I hope he called the 5.
Well, I hope he calls the 9 here, because the 9 is on.
Yeah, I think it's on. I'm not 100% sure.
Or maybe
Looks
not.
off angle a bit.
Maybe not.
Dangerous thing here is if he hits it, he wants to come off the rail and hit the 8 on the thick side to slow down the speed of the cue ball, because if the 1 comes off the 8 and goes towards that 6 might prevent them from making the 1 in the opposite corner. The other thing is...
I need you to draw me a diagram for that one.
The other thing is he can slow roll it. I think he called a 9, but the other option is to slow roll it and have the cue ball, the 1 bypass the 8-9 and slow roll the cue ball behind the 8. I'm very, very comfortable with that shot. I like that shot, but I think he's going to call the 9.
Oh, it's not on, as you can see on your screens. He's going to have to make it. That I don't think that was the right shot, do you? It looks so difficult. There was an easy safety on. Send the 1 round the rails and stop the cue ball.
It was if he would have hit it correctly, he would have had too much movement on the 1 ball. I think I would have played the safe behind the 8 there. I mean, given you still have to hit it perfect speed, but it's just a safer shot. Now Mario's back in the hunt to get on the hill.
Key shot coming up. Beautiful.
Notice how easily he draws a ball across the table. It's very nice to see. When he hits it, the cue ball tails away from that 9-degree angle tangent line and just curves enough just to hit high on the rail. Let's see if he does it here.
Oh,
see that?
Beautiful.
Just tails away. He doesn't hit it hard at all. He just hits it with pure draw.
Maybe just a little bit awkward here. Still work to do. Slow up. He needs it to slow up. Or speed up. One of the two. It's in between. I think he can cut this in, can he? Yeah.
He can cut it in. He can definitely cut it in. He just needs to hit it low with a lot of left. If he decides to shoot it in the upper left-hand pocket, if he decides to shoot in the other pocket, he still has to slow it down regardless, but he might be able to go 2 rails. You got to cut this in the corner. You can see it from this angle. He definitely has to cut that in. Just enough to get past the side pocket. He's going to come off the 3rd cushion and go right towards that 7 ball. Oh, he's going to hit it hard. I guess he couldn't slow it down the way he thought.
He's going to have to come with another one.
Well, now he's going to have to go 3, possibly 4 rails to go in between the 8 and the 9, I think.
Yeah, maybe even, he might even go close to hitting the 9 here, you know, if he goes round 3 rails.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to hit it with enough speed to get to the 9.
No.
You want to make sure that you hit it with enough speed just to get in between and just to come off the 4th rail. 1, 2, 3, 4, just enough to come off the 4th rail. Beautiful.
Oh, he's hit that beautifully. Beautiful shot.
And that speed is so crucial, Mark, because if you end up coming even lower on the 8 ball, there's always a risk that you might end up frozen on top of the 9 ball, which is no good.
So Mario should be on the hill, and he will be. And it goes, that beautiful sound of the Arcos II ball hitting the back of the Predator Apex 9-foot table. Glorious sound.
And what a beautiful table it is, Mark. I told you we recently got 2 brand new Predator tables at the South Day Billiard Academy that I play out of. So now I get to practice on the table all the time, which is pretty cool.
We're talking about road trips there that these 4 guys are taking. You've been on a little bit of a road trip as well, haven't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I drove from Florida. I have friends all over the States, and I always have somewhere to stay for the most part.
Well,
so I'll drive 8 hours.
All over the globe, because
Yeah.
anytime you're in England,
I appreciate that.
look, you can go and stay with my mum or my sister, because I won't be there. I'll probably be here. But you've always got a place to stay.
It's kind of tough to drive there, though. Let's see how he hits him from the corner. We were discussing earlier, Mark, how a lot of players feel like they discovered a way to become more consistent with the break by breaking from the corner, making that 1 in the side, just like he did. He hit that so good.
Look at the 2 ball as well. Where's the 2 ball going to go? Is he going to have a shot?
Yep.
He certainly is. Look at the 3 ball.
There's a good chance he might take the first set here. Very good chance. When they're rolling, right? Just slide it over a bit. I don't see any problems here, Mark.
No?
Just come off the 1 cushion for the 4, shoot the 4, go towards the 5, then shoot the 5, 6, 7 in the same pocket. I mean, if there were just 1 ball that might be a little tricky, and probably not, is an 8 to the 9.
Some other scores for you guys. Ching Ting Teng is 3-2 down to Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. Robbie Capito is in action against Aloysius Yap. Robbie taking a 2-0 lead.
They're good friends. They practice all the time.
Mika Imminent, Bader Al-Wahadi 3-3, and Feder Gorson, Sullivan Clark, all the way from New Zealand.
Wow.
They're 1-1 at the moment. You're up to date.
Well, let's see how he goes from the 8 to the 9. If he ends up with the proper angle to come down for the 10. It's a slight angle. I think he wanted a little more than that. Let me see. No, he's good.
If it's good enough for you, it's good enough for me. And it should be good enough for
This is good
Panda.
enough for me. It's good enough for he.
Hey, high five. Oh, this is lovely.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
Well, let me see. I
Twice
don't
across.
know if he can draw it slowly and spin it past the side. I kind of like going 2 rails,
Yeah,
hitting it
I
a little
do.
firm over here. Just a little stun foul with a little left. That way you can let your stroke go. Just looks like that's what he's going to do.
What are you going to do?
That was it. That was a shot.
Exactly that. Well, it's going to be the first set to Mario He from Austria. And it goes well played, and I think he deserves that, and we'll be back with set number 2 right after a very small break, guys. Welcome back. While we're waiting for Dimitris Loukatos to make his way back to the arena, just bring you up to date with what's coming up tomorrow. 10 a.m. Duong Kwok Hang will be against Wu Kun Lin. And then we have Ko Ping Chung versus Sanjin Perlovanovic. What a great game that's going to be. That's a 1-loss side game, of course. And then we've got, well, listen to this, Darren Appleton against Mieszko Fortunski on the 1-loss side as well. So lots to be looking forward to tomorrow. And I've been told that hopefully Darren's going to come in the booth tomorrow morning before his match. So that will be good.
Guess who's watching from New York City? Thorsten
Giuliano.
Holman. No, Thorsten Holman and Ralphie Boy, Ralph Suke.
Ah,
How are you guys?
The Kaiser and the Hitman.
Yeah, just sent me a message saying they're watching, so I hope you're enjoying the stream. We miss you guys here. We wish that you were here, but we look forward to seeing you in Puerto Rico. And at the American 14.1.
When does that start?
That's next Monday.
Okay, that's at the Q Masters in Virginia from memory.
And don't forget to say, Thorsten, don't forget to say hi to Sayaka, the boss.
Ah, yes, his better half. I don't know when we're going to see Thorsten next. I think he's going to go to Puerto Rico. Everyone else is going to Puerto Rico. I think the whole world's going to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And
it's kind of like a tournament/vacation.
Well, it's a vacation for me because I'm going 2 weeks early. I'm going to go and... I've been told there's a great place there called the Pool Factory in San Sebastian. And I'm going to drop your name a few times when I'm there. Juan Antonio Robles.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can get a few games in down there while I'm there. Just there you see Dimitri walking back. There he is, look. Marching back almost. Getting his steps in. I wonder how many steps you actually do in a game of pool this length. That would be interesting to find out. We should get somebody to wear, never mind a heart monitor, we need a step monitor on how much does a pool player walk in a day. That would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Definitely miles. If you're playing a lot of hours, definitely miles. No doubt about it.
So set number 2, Mario broke off the first set, which means Dimitri gets the honour in the second. Big break. One got kicked away. It's dry. Is it dry? No, he's made a ball.
Yeah, let's take a look at that break again.
No, it was
He's breaking
dry.
from
I
the same.
wondered
Yeah,
why
but look.
Mario wasn't getting up.
Yeah, but you see when Mario hits it, that one, he hits it differently. That one shot straight to the side pocket before that corner ball went 2 rails and kicked it away.
So he needs to move his cue ball slightly, Tony. I learnt that from a guy this morning who looked just like you.
What was his name? The imposter?
It was different. I think it was your brother, because this guy was called Tony Robles. He wasn't called One.
Gotcha. It's an imposter.
Push out called. For those of you new to the game, and hopefully there's a few of you new to this great game. After a break, if you don't like the shot that you've got left, you can do what's called a push out, and then your opponent comes to the table, and if he doesn't like it, can give it back to you. And you get 60 seconds after the break and a push out. What's the secret of a good push out, Tony?
Leave him with an awkward angle that makes it difficult to get to the next shot. At least that's always my number one rule. And also, don't leave him such an easy safe if possible. And you went for it.
He really did. That was a tough shot, especially at that pace. But he's had a little bit of a roll.
I don't know if I would call that a little roll. I think that's
This is awful,
roll,
isn't
yeah.
it? This is terrible. The man from Athens. One of my favourite countries, Greece.
Oh, Greece is beautiful.
Been there many times.
Let's see if he banks that one ball and sticks the cue ball there, if he has enough room to do that. Yep, he drew it back a bit. Didn't let him see it.
Yep, he's going to go straight back for the short stick. We're going airborne with Olympic Airways, one of the first companies I ever flew with, Olympic Airways. They're in Greece.
Sure it wasn't Zeus Airways?
Oh. Tony, that hurt.
Why does that hurt? Oh, wow.
I'm not quite that old. The first plane I flew on was the Wright brothers. It was actually the White brothers, but you know. Great jump.
So I can't tell if Mario can see this one or not. Because if he can, he might be able to hit that one off the 3, stop the cue ball there, and leave the cue ball behind the 8, 5, 9, 2, and 4. Well, unfortunately, he ran into another ball.
Yeah, you heard the shot clock there, but he hit it just before, so it's no problem.
Fortunately for him, he kind of screwed up the 2 ball there a bit. I think he's going to draw back and play safe on the 2 if he can.
Oh, he went right across that. Lots of movement as well.
Yeah.
You have to say it's
You have our good
poor
days and our
shot.
bad days, Mark.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit of pressure getting to him. Lost the first set, remember.
Mm-hmm. Same thing. Just draw back. Play safe on the 2. Maybe go 3 rails. Use the 8, 3, 5, and 4 as a blocker. Might not even have to really draw it back. You could just draw it back just a hair, just even stop it there.
He's
Whoa.
done exactly
Wow.
the same.
Wow.
Almost a carbon copy of the shot Loukatos just played. Well, he's had a bit more of a roll though.
Yeah, he's going to have to jump this one.
Yeah, it's definitely going to jump this one. Well, this little bit of a battle is going on at the moment, Tony. Today, it was announced that Albin Ocean will be in the Mosconi Cup team for Europe.
It's awesome. Good for him. Congratulations to him.
So I'm not going to let you escape the booth without giving me your opinion on who you think
About
should be in the American team. Come on.
how many more spots do you have it open for the American team?
I think you still have two.
Two. So they haven't picked a wild card yet.
No.
So do you know who's in the running for that?
Anyone they want. I mean, Shane Wolford, maybe.
I think Shane would be an
Tyler
excellent.
Steyer.
I mean, if Tyler's in the running, he's not in it already. I think you have to put him in there. He's got so much experience in the Mosconi Cup, and he really gets up for that one. Plays well most of the time. But Shane Wolford would be a nice addition if he's going to play there for the first time.
Oscar got in, which was nice.
Yeah, very nice. Very good for him. I'm happy for Oscar. His dad, Ernesto, told me that this morning. Chris Reinhold played in it last year. I won't be surprised if he gets in it again. He's been putting a lot of time in his game this year.
Overcut it. Has he left enough
sticking
out?
I think he let him see it. Just struggling today.
You're going to think I'm crazy here. If that 3-ball doesn't go, I like making this 3 and carry him into the 5.
Yeah. No, I don't think you're crazy. I mean, the 3 goes. It definitely goes.
Oh, it does go, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, don't go into it then. If you don't have to, don't move it. You know who told me that? Tony Robles.
Oh. Seems like a knowledgeable guy. Maybe I'll meet him someday.
Just look in the mirror, my friend.
If he draws it more or less to where it's at now, around that area, he should be fine.
I really could watch this guy play all day.
It's going to go 1 rail and next to the 7. Make sure you don't overhit it. Now draw it back a little bit, go across the table. Then he has a little tweener action there between the 7 and the 8.
You got to have a bit of tweener.
Did he draw back enough on the 5 to get on the 6? I can't tell. I guess he did. I like if he gets towards the center of the table and he shoots that 1, I like him going 2 rails and running into the 8 and using it as a stopper.
Yeah, just played what I call a dirty stun, forcing an angle that isn't really there. The tendency can be on those shots to try and steal a bit on the pocket and end up missing the pot. But cued it so well, got power from nowhere. Careful of this 8-ball, careful of this 8-ball.
Yeah, that's why I kind of like of running into it. I don't like taking that chance. You just got to hit it too perfect all the time. I mean, he hit it perfect, but I'd rather just run into the 8 and just enough. You're going to end up with an angle on the 7 anyway.
There you see the other 6 tables in use. There's Sanchez Ruiz, look, in the background. The man's on fire at the moment.
And there's at least 500 or more players that are going to be coming here in the next couple of days to play in the team event. So this place is going to be super packed.
Crazy.
You got what? Is it 30 or 50 tables that they have here? I think it's
50.
50.
It was 40 last year. It's grown to 50.
That's fantastic.
This year. I think we're going to need another room by next year, Tony.
It's a good problem to have.
So this 10-ball to take the opening rack, set number 2, and he leads by 1 already. In it goes. So let's have a little discussion about, you've got your players like Mario He, Max Lechner. These kind of level players, you know, I mean, they play great stuff and they're very capable. I mean, he's won this event last year. What's the difference between making that step up to winning one of the majors like the US Open or the World Pool Championships or a World 10 Ball?
Sometimes winning one event isn't enough, but for some players it is. A perfect example of that is Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. You know, I was talking to him yesterday and today, and he told me that when he won Derby City, it gave him the confidence. He said before that he tried so hard to believe in himself and he couldn't, but when he saw that he was actually able to do it, he just skyrocketed from there. But he never stopped working hard on his game. That's the difference. I was talking to him about some kick shots that he made in the U.S. Open that he made look like it was a hanger in front of the pocket, like difficult kick shots. He says, you have no idea how much I work on that. So if you're that player that's willing to go that extra mile, you're going to get it done.
It's the same as if you want a promotion in a job, you know, you've got to work hard, haven't you? There you go, it's a job promotion. If you want to step up and be the big boss, you've got to put in the big hours. One player that has been doing that is Greg Hogue. What do you think about Greg Hogue?
I've never seen him hit a ball, but I know he had a great U.S. Open, didn't he? Beat a couple of top guns there.
He certainly did. Beat Omar Al-Shaheen. He was one of them that he beat.
Greg actually lost his dad very recently.
Yes, he did. Well, losing my father inspired me to work harder and go get what I've always wanted.
Yeah.
And here I am.
And you do it very well, Mark. You know that. So let's see what he's going to do here. Is he going to kick underneath it, or is he going to kick one rail? I just like hitting one. He's going to go 2 rails. If he can go past that 10, then it's a good kick. Yeah, I think he can. He definitely has a room for it.
Yeah. Always want to call something. What's he calling?
I think he called the one in the upper left-hand corner pocket.
Like that?
There you go, like that.
Like that.
But he didn't want to run into the
great
but
effort.
look, maybe he hit it. Nope.
Needs it to run.
Sold the farm for a pack of beans. Didn't mean to.
As long as they're refried beans with a bit of fajita chicken, I'm not worried. And a little bit of rice, that'd be nice.
We actually went to eat at a Mexican place today. Albin, Francisco, and David. We went there. Man, were those fajitas good. Some of the best fajitas I've had.
Can you stop it now? I'm hungry.
Very nice speed there. Dimitri. Question is, what is he going to do with the 4?
I think
he's going to try to get on the other side.
North and south here, do you reckon?
What was that?
A little bit of north and south across the table.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if he can leave the cue ball near the 9 or past the 9, would be even better, would be ideal. He can go one rail and try to run into the 4. And if he doesn't hit it, then he plays it safe.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. Now he's got a nice angle to disturb the 4 if he wants to, the 4-7.
Yeah, and if he hits a 7 on the right-hand side and just taps it, then the 4 is going to go towards that corner and the cue ball is going to slow down if he hits a 7 full enough. If he hits a 7 where it ends up becoming parallel to the 4 and the 7, doesn't want to hit it with too much speed just to make sure the 4 doesn't have a lot of movement. He missed it, though. He missed it. But like I said, if he misses it, he can always play safe.
You know, that's a fine example between a real top player and maybe one that isn't quite there yet. Little intricate shots like that, which can change a match, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, he's going to try to put him behind the 5 here, which I think is the right shot. You just have to guard yourself against the side pocket or the point of the side pocket. Very nice. He hit it too thin, if you can believe that.
Yeah. think he was worried about that side pocket, as you said. So he's left a little piece of this, and I think he can make this as well, Tony.
Mm-hmm. Nope, he went for the safe.
Yep, keeping it conservative.
Hit it great.
Beautiful shot.
Oh, that's he's going to do a crosstown shot. There's a new one we can introduce.
What's a crosstown?
Uptown, downtown, and crosstown. Well, he's going to want to go 1 or 2 rails here. Either side he plays a 5 should be fine. And the most important thing here is to not hit it too low with any side spin in order to make sure that he avoids the side pocket scratch.
He's going for this. He's going to make this. Good effort.
Oh, he might have left him behind the 8. Let's see. Nope.
No, it's open. Chance then for Mario.
So slide to the side rail, play the 5 ball in the side pocket. I mean the 6 ball in the side pocket. And I like him shooting the 7 ball, coming off the rail and going slightly above the 8 ball. Might even leave it by the bottom rail. Yep.
Doesn't want to be straight.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he won't be on the rail, but he wants to leave it slightly above the 8 ball so he has a proper angle to come up for the 9. Very nice.
Yeah, that's perfect. As good as he could have wanted. Again, leave yourself a nice angle, which he has. There's Dennis Grabiller, probably playing 8 ball on his phone.
8 ball pool, right?
Yeah.
You ever play 8 ball pool?
I've never played a video game in my life.
I played one that they made for the Super Nintendo many years ago called Side Pocket. And when my brother started beating me, I quit. I said, I'm not going to play anymore because I would aim the ball straight to the pocket and it wouldn't go in. And he just hit it and just kept finding the pocket.
Mario, he playing real pool at the moment, and he's virtually, well, he is halfway now, isn't he? Look.
Yeah.
2-0, second set. The first video game I've ever made. And I'm going to tell you after a quick break. Let's go. And we're back, guys. Mario, he leads 2-0 and won by 1 set to 0. Dimitris Loukatos from Greece up against it. Let's have a look at this big, big booming break, Tony, from the Austrian.
See if he makes a one ball on the side again. Oh, it was going straight there. Got kicked.
Oh,
away.
it went in the
into
other one.
opposite pocket.
It jumped out of the frying pan into the fire. Has he got a shot on the two? Well, he certainly can see the two, look.
He might have to play it safe here unless he wants to cut it backwards if he can manage the speed. I kind of like leaving the cue ball behind the 7, 8, and 9.
Yeah, very thin. Hardly move that two
Closer
ball.
to the 9, the better. And I love that he put it on that side of the 9 to completely eliminate the bottom rail. Still a relatively easy hit. If you go 2, possibly 3 rails, the problem with that is the 2 always has a chance of running into the 6. So I think that jumping is definitely the better shot here.
Yeah,
because he can create separation.
He might bank this. It goes.
Well, he wants to lead the cue ball by the 4 and the 5.
Oh.
Give him ball in hand. It's not good.
Just catching the 7.
Yep.
Wants it to go a little bit. Maybe another player that doesn't really show too much emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Do you show much at the table?
No. It takes away too much of your energy if you do that. You need to conserve your energy when you're playing against anyone, really, at this level.
Yeah, and you give your opponent energy.
Yeah. And you have to be able to prepare yourself for the next opportunity after a mistake. The hardest thing to learn in this game, for me, has always been to let go of a mistake. I feel like that's even tougher to learn than any bank shot or cake shot or whatever shot on the pool table. And once you learn how to manage your emotions, everything else falls into place. And plus, again, like I said, when you make a massive mistake, if you the sooner you let it go, the more prepared you are if your opponent makes some mistakes and lets you back up to the table.
Isn't that life in general?
Yeah.
Pool can teach you many lessons about yourself, about others.
So I think he might be considering maybe going follow. No, he's going to draw. He's going to draw for the 6 in the side pocket.
Big draw
Very nice.
as well. So much
Very nice
cue
shot.
power, this guy. Just missed the 10 ball. Wouldn't have mattered if he'd have just caught it. Beautiful action again. Let's have a look at the zip on that cue ball.
Yeah.
Zippity doo dah. Zippity day. I've got a feeling this match is going his way.
Yeah, now he just draws it back a bit for the 8 in the corner. Unless he wants to just roll it in and get straight on the 8 in the side. Kind of like hitting this with a little bit of a firm stroke.
Yeah, a little stun run through. Even if he glanced off the edge of the 9, it wouldn't matter.
Just a little
Straight
draw.
yeah. Keep that cue ball close.
And keep your enemies closer.
I was just going to say, the cue ball's your friend. Yeah. Now I know why we're sat in the same booth.
He's going to draw for the 9 too, I guess. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. And this is to get on the hill of the second set.
Yeah, and Dimitris Loukatos is going to have a hill to climb now because this match is slipping away from him. Mario He on his way again. Who knows? Could he retain the title, Tony? He's capable.
I said there's always something special about winning a title. I always feel like when you come play the following year and defend it, it gives you that extra motivation.
Let's just run through some scores very quickly for you. Table 2, Ching Ting Teng lost the first set to Francisco Ruiz, and they're 1-1 in the second. So Francisco in charge there. Michael Schneider has won the first set against Cheng Lung Lin, 4-1, and he's 2-1 up in the second. Jani Uski, the Finn, is up against the Pole Konrad Musician there, 3-3, and Robbie Capito has taken the first set against Aloysius Yap, 4-2. Fedegorst 3-2 up in the first. We're back up to date.
There's the one in the side.
Wow, look at that cue ball. Stopped it on a dime.
Yep. That might be all she wrote. I mean, look how well he hit it. Watch one ball go whoop.
Yeah.
Almost got kicked.
What a break. He really has found the break today, isn't he?
But I don't think anyone in this arena has broken better than Justin Martin today. Ooh,
Big
for a second there, I thought you missed it.
Yeah, I don't think that'll go in on day 4. Cloth just being a little bit generous at the moment.
I agree.
4 1/4 inch pockets.
I'm used to that. I'm used to this size. I like it. That's what you know. That's what. Oh, wow.
Dear, oh dear.
Commentator's curse.
What has he done there? Took his eye off it, maybe. Eyes following the cue ball. Could be. Oh, what a chance that was. Yeah, I know, Mario. I know how you feel, mate. I feel like that after every shot I play.
There's a chance he could be tired, and he was probably thinking, you know, now I can go to the room, relax, whatever. But I mean, you never know. That might have been his thinking, and that's almost like letting up a bit. You never want to let up.
You've got to be the killer. You've got to be like a silent assassin.
You know, Robert Byrne once wrote many years ago in his book, the Robert Burns Standard Book of Pool and Billiards, once you start looking at the heavens and looking for your glory before you've actually achieved it, you're doomed to fail. It's good advice, actually, for the mental side of the game.
It's a little bit off. Got a little bit more work to do.
Very nice. Just come off the cushion a bit.
Just nicer. So you can just get that cue ball away from the rail for the 9.
Let's see if he draws for the side pocket since he's almost straight. If he just comes out. Yep, he did. Came a little short.
It's a tweener.
50-yard line right there.
I'm guessing that's an American football term.
That's correct. And you're right in the middle. Very important shot. This is to survive.
Oh, nice shot.
Did it very nice.
So Mario is going to be playing at least one more rack. At the very least. As you said earlier, he was expecting to be in his hotel by now.
Yep, we're going to see another wreck at least. And you never know, Mark. Sometimes all it takes is one simple mistake like that to launch a comeback.
They say one shot can change a match. And that's why every single shot is so important.
That's correct.
And, you know, magnified in these 2 races to 4.
Mark, question. Would you happen to have any updates on the matches that are taking place now?
I can certainly have a look around the arena for you if that's what you'd like me to do. If your wish is my command. I am your genie.
I'm pretty sure folks at home watching would love to get some updates. I know Francisco's playing.
Yeah, he's 4-2. He won the first set 4-3. He's 2-1 up in the second. Schneider won his first 4-1 and he's 3-1 up in the second.
Conrad is playing. Loisius Yap is playing. Robbie Capito.
Gorst has won his first one 4-2.
Who is Federer playing?
Federer is playing the guy from New Zealand,
Gotcha.
Sullivan
Sullivan
Clark.
Clark.
Here we go. Back for the break. Dry. And that's been a big difference as well.
Yeah, I said
when
that's
he's had
all
the
she wrote.
break.
I'm not going to say it again.
You just did.
No, I said I'm not going to say it. But
What?
that I did say it. I'm just trying to keep you on your toes, pal. So let's see. Oh, he's gonna stick the cue ball behind the 6. Make the 1 stick the cue ball behind the 6. Cut as many rails off as possible.
Well, back behind the 3.
When he banks this, he would want to leave it more or less where the 8 is, if possible. Because anytime you leave it near a cushion, it makes it easier to kick. Right? Came up a little bit.
Oh, he's
Still
covered
in good
it.
shape here.
Alex has got his ideas on what he would do.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have a microphone. What would you do?
Over here in this shot, I would call it the same shot, because I like it where if he makes it, there's a chance he can get on the 3. If he hits the other side of it, the 2 might run into the 8 and stay there, or just stay there in general, and the cue ball might come down. I think I see a lot of good things happening here. But first, he needs to make sure he makes contact.
Oh, what a great shot. Good hit.
Well, let's see if it bounces. If it bounces, yep.
Does it pass the 10?
It looks like it does. It's a replay of that kick shot. It came a little shorter than what he wanted to. Definitely wanted to send it by the 4 and the 3 if he didn't make it in the side. Yeah, the kick looks, I mean, the 2 looks like it goes. Question is, does Mario feel comfortable cutting it in?
Well, he's thinking about it, I think. That's the look of, shall I, shan't I?
You know, that's what was so special about Efren. Efren would take a shot like this. I'm not saying that that's the right shot, but I'm saying just using it as an example. Kick between the 6 and the 9. Hit the 6 and then have the cue ball bump the 10 enough to have it stop in front of the 2. He did a shot similar to that. Look it up against Carl Boyce, where he played a crazy save. Oh, you went for the cut.
Wants
Is
it
he
to
gonna get
bounce.
the 3?
Yes, he's got a shot at the 3.
That's one hell of a shot he made there.
Another deep breath. Finding it hard work at the moment. Same shot, more or less. Back down for the 4.
I don't want to end up over the 9 ball. And also need to make sure, you know how many times I've seen a player, they can only see half of the cue ball. And because they can see after the cue ball, that stick accidentally moves to the side after they struck the ball and they end up touching the ball.
Lovely shot.
But not Super Mario Brothers. I think he just wants to make sure that he keeps the 9 out of play. Very nice. Tricky, but he hit it great.
This is his second game today. He started the defence of his title, which he won here a year ago.
Make sure he doesn't get hit that so good. I don't think he's going to get straight on the 8, or is he? Did he get straight? Yep.
Now what does he do?
I don't know if he
Just
has an
go
angle at
through a
all.
little bit, can he, for the 9 into the side, I think. That's what he's got to play for.
Well, he has to be able to cheat the pocket to keep the cue ball away from the rail, so that way if he needs to put any spin on it, he can. If not, then he should just draw it back about 2 feet, leave the ball near the center of the table.
Oh, he's gone for
Oh,
the
he
big
decided
one.
to go for the big time draw. And and I'm sure he shot it that way because he didn't have the angle to come to that side of the table. But he just hit those shots so well.
Wouldn't surprise me if he played a similar shot here. Deep draw, right hand English, arc the cue ball twice across the table for the 10 into the bottom.
I think he has to hit it high here. I think he has too much angle to hit it with draw.
Oh yes, too thin, yeah. Oh, this is perfect again. What a great shot, and overall I think Mario he has played pretty well tonight.
Oh yeah. On the road to defending the championship. There you have it, folks.
And that is all she wrote. Tony Robles, has been one Antonio Robles tonight. I've been Mark White as always. Thanks for joining us today, guys. We'll be back tomorrow morning on Billiard TV on YouTube. It's all free to watch. We've got another 6 matches for you tomorrow. We start at 10 a.m. Have a great night, whatever you're doing. And pool fans around the world, we'll see you soon.